The reason why I think a lot of people hold on to this desperately, cling on to this desperately, is because Americans have nothing at all. No sense of purpose in their lives. They are rudderless, okay? And they cling on to commodity consumption. That is the primary cultural signifier that Americans have, where they go, how dare you break down my Cracker Barrel? Get into some devastating news. Ladies and gentlemen, there are a lot of prominent institutions in the United States of America that are profoundly important for people's upbringing, development, their worldview, their attitudes, the way they see everything. And apparently one of them is Cracker Barrel. I didn't know that was the case. But apparently one of them is Cracker Barrel. I have the pass. I can say it. And why do I know this? Because Cracker Barrel has fallen. As an institution, Cracker Barrel has fallen to the woke mob, just like Aunt Jemima, just like not running commercials for on children's shows for smoking cigarettes, and just like that Land of Lakes butter that had the indigenous lady who no longer exists, or the slurs, the numerous different slurs that exist for like football teams and shit, okay. Cracker Barrel is the last bastion of defense for a whites only utopia, I think, judging by the way people are reacting to it. I don't care at all about it. Actually, in the next episode of Fear and that comes out, there will be there is a segment dedicated entirely to Cracker Barrel going woke. Obviously, we talked about all of this stuff, but I do want to let you know ahead of time. I don't give a about this redesign. I don't care, but seemingly a lot of people do. Let's take a look.
Brings family together.
Cracker Barrel is known for its comfort, from its food to its country charm. Many finding it a throwback to a simpler time. But this morning, the company making another effort to look forward, unveiling a new logo that's causing a stir.
Trigger warning, short TikTok comment from the black community. What is this?
Cracker Barrel has everybody.
All right, we'll do that in a second.
For loyal fans of the beloved Southern chain, overhauling the iconic logo.
Not the iconic logo, bro. No. This is devastating, dude. I heard Cracker Barrel was the original name for Fear and. Is this true? You're not a Southerner. You wouldn't understand. Let me tell you something. Okay, I've been to Cracker Barrel quite a bit because I've been all up and down the East Coast. I've been to the South. And I've been to Cracker Barrel a bunch. It's always at a threatening aura. I don't know what it is, but like when I walk in there, I don't feel home. I don't know what it is. I genuinely don't know. But it's always had like a weird threatening aura associated with it from my experience. So maybe my opinion is a little bit clouded by this, okay? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. And it's also not very good. It doesn't taste that good. And it's just kind of like the store you go to on the interstate because it's the only one for like the next 30 miles. Okay. So I'll just say, you know, maybe I'm a little biased and yet I still don't care. Having said that, the reason why I think a lot of people hold on to this desperately, cling on to this desperately, is because Americans have nothing at all. No sense of purpose in their lives. They are rudderless. Okay, and they cling on to commodity consumption. That is the primary cultural signifier that Americans have, where they go, how dare you break down my Cracker Barrel? How dare Cracker Barrel make a new rebrand decision? This is f***ed up. Bring it back. That's the only explanation I have, that you would only care about this if you have literally nothing to live for, okay? I don't want to be a meanie bobini by saying this, but holy dude, pick up a hobby if this is something that has occupied your mind in any way, shape, or form. And I do think that a lot of right-wingers that have lost their dang minds over this are doing it because they need new red meat for the base. Okay, things are not looking too good. They're winning everything, and yet things are not looking too good. So they realize that like the things are going woke. Brands are going woke. Meta wasn't just a incredible success to mobilize the base against certain brands when liberals were in charge. Is still a great opportunity to make people agitated about some when the Republicans are in charge. You can have why stick to just Christmas and talk about the war on Christmas every year? You can have a war on Christmas in July. This is the same.
Uncle Herschel, the man in overalls who's been a fixture since the 1970s. And, well, the barrel. In its place, a simpler, more modern design the company says calls back to its 1969 roots. The rebrand is part of a $700 million transformation meant to bring in younger diners. But the change isn't sitting well with some diners.
This is terrible.
What happened to Grandpa?
Or the markets. Shares of Cracker Barrel plunged 12% Thursday, shedding $94 million in market value, one of the company's worst single-day declines in years. The redesign has also included revamped interiors.
We got all new lighting, new seating, new tables and chairs.
Dark wood and busy walls out in favor of lighter paint, clean lines, and farmhouse vibes. A move Cracker Barrel says is meant to feel lighter, brighter, and more welcoming. Its CEO outlining the changes last year.
Our goal. Oh, woman CEO. There it is. It's woke. Cracker Barrel turns out was already woke. It turns out they were woke already, bro. They got a woman CEO. There it is. There it is. There it is. Turns out they were woke from the start. This is what happens, dude. Go woke, go broke, baby. We got to punish the Cracker Barrel.
Is to take what people love about Cracker Barrel and open the aperture a little bit so that more people love Cracker Barrel. So we want to appeal to all generations.
But now it's even sparking political backlash, some calling the redesign woke, drawing critics like the president's son.
I can't stress this enough. If this has occupied any space in your mind at all, and I know in this community people just like fake it and they're just like memeing and shit. But if you know someone that sincerely has felt the pain of the redesign of like the somehow version of Denny's, you need to immediately get them invested in anything, okay? Just a new hobby, something to live for, because they have nothing to live for.
The company says only 30 of its...
Please stop making light of this situation. The whole point of Cracker Barrel is that it's an old-time restaurant experience. Why modernize it, lol? Okay, when you first said this, I thought you were being funny. And I was ready to laugh. I was ready to go, ha-ha. But then you packaged it with the whole point of Cracker Barrel is that it's an old-time restaurant experience. Why modernize it, lol? Cracker Barrel means everything to me. Oh, my God. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm trolling. Okay. Thank God. Thank God. Okay. That was too convincing. That was too convincing. Don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah. He says Sykes. Okay. I like to think, I don't know if this is because I'm Turkish or something, but like, I don't know. I like to think about like, I don't know, a person in France, like throwing a fit about like, I don't know, like a redesign for like a Carrefour. Like, can you imagine being like, sacre bleu, they took away everything from us. Why was it? Le wokism has ruined Carrefour. French did a revolution because of bread. Yeah, that was directly pertinent to their material conditions, man. What are we talking about? Like, we have, wouldn't you be upset if shawarma got redesigned? No, the question is, shawarma. No. The question in this situation is like, how upset would you be if like, I don't know, the halal guys did a redesign? I don't give a Yeah, what if shawarma got woke? How would you like it? That's so funny. Shawarma has already been redesigned. It's called Greek Heroes, okay? Or gyros, or however you call it. And I just avoid it. I avoid consuming it. And you can too. Pretty simple stuff.
660 stores are getting the full makeover, and despite the new branding, the iconic rocking chairs and gift shops are here to stay. Saying in a statement to the AP, our values haven't changed, and Uncle Herschel remains front and center in our restaurants and on our menu. With all restaurant chains hoping to attract younger customers in a difficult economy, Cracker Barrel stirring the pot.
I go into Cracker Barrel to go from 2025 to 1914. I ain't never asked for this.
Hey, thanks for watching.
That's crazy. All right, let's see what this lady is saying.
Cracker Barrel has everybody nooses in knots right now. I mean, literally, their crosses are burning. Now, I'm not sure who went into Canva and did them, but the people are up in arms. They're thinking about seceding from the nation again. You see how open and bright it is.
When you live in a more rural area in the South, or like there's just suburban landscape hell, then when stuff like this continually overrun by corporate sanitation, it just feels like another example of people coming in and eating at another bit of what people recognize as a part of their culture. You know, it's obviously not as serious as like redevelopment or an urban renewal, but it can add up when this happens in these places over and over again. Yeah, that's because Cracker Barrel is a franchise. That's my point. My point is Cracker Barrel has been a corporation. It's fake. It's phony. It's not real. Okay? It's not real. It can't hurt you. It can only hurt you as long as you let it hurt you. Okay? It's a Denny's. It's an IHOP. That's it. That's it. Like people go, oh, this is an important part of my identity. I'm like, that's the problem. Not trolling as a fourth generation Arkansan. I feel like this is a big step away from the tradition that made Cracker Barrel such an important Southern institution. You're playing wrong, city boy. Is this like a golden blue dress, a golden white dress versus black and blue dress situation where just like I can't get myself to see it, or I can't tell if like people are just joking and saying like this is it for me. Like, I love Wawa, okay? Wawa is an institution that is near and dear to my heart. And if you're from the South, maybe from like Florida, Publix is probably a similar thing, okay? If there's like a major redesign of the way Wawas look, I don't give a okay? I don't care. I don't care. Is the food the same? Then what I'm getting out of that is the same. That's it. Also, I definitely don't care about it because like I've never had like a good experience at Cracker Barrel. That's what it is. Like the food experience is not so great.
As spacious it is now, very live, laugh, love in here. It's almost as if you won't be turned away because of your skin color, but you will be profiled while you're there. Now, they will still have their vintage candies like the Sugar Daddies and whatever this whites only candy is. And the people are so upset about this woke remodeling that they're acting as if they said we can.
First of all, that's the other thing that really pisses me off. This remodeling isn't done at the behest of woke. Like, that's the other thing that's so annoying about it. They're not trying to be woke, man. They're just trying to make it more modern. That's it. That's the other, like, that's so annoying. I'm not saying she's saying this. I'm saying that, like, people are losing their minds. Everything is like, I don't want to say everything is politicized because everything is political technically, but like this is the wrong political assessment here. And it's very frustrating. I don't like something is woke now. It's like, no, man, it's not. Not everything is like done at the direction of woke. Okay. They're not doing DEI at Cracker Barrel.
You can play spades and dominoes at the table. Now, I don't know about you, but I rather enjoyed having the Confederate antiques spread throughout the stores, and that way they can stay away from our museums. Now, I'm not sure who Uncle Herschel is, but I know he wouldn't have liked a New York strip or anything. He hated the North. This fall menu they're launching is filled with more microaggressions than a corporate email. Cracker Barrel, by the time Christmas gets here, you better have a candle that smells like racism or they...
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Bargain at the wrong tree. It's not the brand going broke. It's the people finally realizing that the local diner is a boring, great corporation. No, I think that's fair. But like, it's hard for me to come to terms with that because like, what the were you thinking? You know, like what were you thinking from the start? Why did you ever come to this conclusion? Who caused you to come to arrive at this conclusion that this was actually anything but another IHOP with like some Southern seasoning, you know? Also, what the wrong with my Chatterino? My Chatterino is busted. All right, got to restart it real quick. Hold up. Nope. Chatterino is broken. Okay, Chatterino has fallen. Oh no. I feel so disconnected from my chat. This sucks. I hate that. How did that happen? This never happens. Okay, pop out chat. Pop out, pop out, pop out. My Chatterino just broke too. Everyone's Chatterinos are breaking left and right. RIP Chatterino. If only Cracker Barrel didn't go, whoa, it's back. Oh, that was quick as hell. All right, never mind. Okay, thank God, dude. Holy shit, that was scary. That was a scary moment. I thought I was gonna be forced to use the Twitch chat for a moment. That's silly. Now you understand the pain of Cracker Barrel institutionalists. Yeah, that's what it is. Cracker Barrel mine in an IHOP body. So stupid. It's also dumb because like no corporation is actually making a left-wing pivot. If anything, they're making a right-wing pivot. That's the problem. Corporations are all far too comfortable with like making right-wing pivots. That's what's going on.